last one was like a roller coaster ride. Like I almost needed a nap after that.
Oh yeah, I want to bust that body right.
That's where we
I
left
felt
off.
genuine
I promised I'd be back with part 2, and here we go.
fear. Yes, these songs are classics, but they are still anomalies in their own right. Holiday songs are now promoted every December, and I'm not complaining. Christmas songs always bring out the holiday spirit. Only 3 Christmas songs have hit number 1, and 2 of them were long after they were released. All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey charted in 2019 after it was released in 1994. 25 years later. Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree by Brenda Lee charted in 2023 after it was released in 1964. 60 years later. Actual fun fact, she was 13 when she recorded that song.
Really? Why did people back then have such grown-up voices?
That's impressive. The only music I recorded when I was 13 were 8th grade band concerts, and those videos should never see the light of day. Now, other Christmas songs were debatably number 1, but the chart was still not formalized, so you can't really call it official. However, there was one more song that hit number 1 for Christmas the year it was released. The Chipmunk Song. The worst Christmas song. This song is only popular because it was one of the first ones to ask, hey, what happens if we speed up the recording? There's no holiday charm here, just a dysfunctional family. Dad's already yelling at Alvin, and oh look, they're getting Jackson 5'd. Frankly, I'm not feeling holly or jolly. This is one of the most poorly aged.
He's a hater. I've come to the conclusion this dude is a hater. Stop messing with our childhoods. Don't be a hater.
Pompous holiday songs, and something about 1958 made this the most popular thing ever. Because this doesn't just stop at Christmas. Oh no. They also made a Halloween song.
And then the witch doctor, he told me what to do. He said that...
That's dope. I don't care what he says. Because if the Migos would have came out with that same hook, y'all heads would be nodding. You know what I'm saying.
Monster Mash also hit number 1, but that's not a surprise. It was a graveyard smash. But this is scary. This could have been a larger trend.
I got broads in Atlanta.
Are you feeling the musical whiplash yet? It can be dangerous to genre hop like this, so do be careful as we continue. There are a few songs that will need time to properly judge, but I'm placing them at level 3 because of how special they are. These are independent artists who strictly made number 1 because of how catchy their song is. I was also around when these songs came out, so I can actually give my perspective. Thrift Shop is, in all regards, a silly song, but the brilliant production by Ryan Lewis has made it iconic today. Rap music in 2012 was foreign to me. I only knew songs that were played on pop FM radio. I had very little knowledge of the rap scene. I thought Pitbull was the only rapper. And then Thrift Shop spread like wildfire. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis became household names, and they won the Grammy for the Best Rap Album, which caused absolutely no backlash. Old Town Road. Old Town Road now has the longest consecutive streaks at number 1 for 19 weeks. Lil Nas X wasn't some kid in the industry. He was just a regular guy trying to make it big. He made a country rap song for his debut single, and suddenly it takes off and he's the hottest pop sensation. Last year in 2023, Oliver Anthony Music went number 1 when he made a song talking about the current political climate. Nothing really goes viral anymore, but that went about as viral as you can get. When someone else makes this video in 50 years, they're gonna think that's the strangest song to hit number 1.
What is this nothing goes viral anymore? Watching this, I feel like this person has lived on one planet and I've lived on another. It's much farther than the generational and cultural gap at this point. This is planetary.
One from the last 5 years. Heat Waves by Glass Animals. Sometimes all I think about is you. Late nights in the middle of June. I have been listening to Glass Animals for a while now. They are constantly on my rotation. The song had a 55-week crawl up the charts, gaining more listeners and more notoriety, and for that I am very happy. I'm never gonna gatekeep music. I always love when a smaller band is able to break through and find larger success. However, The main reason for the song's initial boost in popularity is because of a fan fiction about Minecraft YouTubers.
What?
This is an accepted truth, and for that I am conflicted.
What did he just say? Can someone please translate for me down? I understood Minecraft and conflicted. I have no idea what that was about.
There's a few other interesting cases I want to touch on before we reach the peak of strangeness. The emergence of the rap genre in the 90s led to a lot of weird one-hit wonders. The most well-known today is Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice, but another one I can't let go unchecked is Informer by Snow, a Canadian rapping in a reggae style.
Weren't the 90s grand?
Yeah, pretty neat. Music legend Chuck Berry had his only number one single in 1972, titled My Ding-a-ling. It is a 3-minute sexual innuendo.
When Mama took me to Sunday school, they tried to teach me the golden rule. But when the choir would stand and sing, I'd sit there and play with my ding-a-ling.
The Ballad of Green Berets was a patriotic tune made for the Vietnam War. Not really strange for the time, but even just 1 year later, kinda crazy. Rock On, sung by Michael Damian, a soap opera star right at the end of the glam rock trend.
Hey kid, rock and roll, rock on, ooh, hey kid, boogie too, did ya?
And perhaps the song that makes me the most curious, You Light Up My Life by Debbie Boone. Have you guys heard this song before? I thought I was decently cultured in 70s music, but apparently this is the largest hit of the 1970s. The Hot 100 of all time, cumulatively, has this song at number 12. This is the 12th hot...
Child, she was singing that song like she had to pay her rent, her mama's rent, and the rent for the neighbors.
This trendiest song of all time. That's probably arbitrary, but the song still spent 10 weeks at number 1. That's not insignificant. And I have never heard this song before. And I'm so interested in that because it really does speak to how you never really know what song or anything is going to stand the test of time.
It's the final countdown.
There are 5 songs that I cannot reasonably explain why they were so popular in America.
Here we go.
But unlike the Macarena, these songs, objectively, were not good. And yet still, they were the most popular, most requested songs in the nation. Number 5 is Disco Duck, because I can't let that go. Number 4, you might have seen this coming. I'm Too Sexy by Right Said Fred.
I'm too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love, love's going to leave me.
I mean, I get it, it's catchy, but really? This
You had
song
to
was
be
an
there.
independent single that was meant to be a humorous jab at bodybuilders. It was also rejected by multiple record labels and had to cross over from England to America. Right said indeed, this makes no sense. Number 3, Winchester Cathedral by the New Vaudeville Band. The only explanation I could find is maybe nostalgia for the 1920s. Even if that's a real blip on the timeline. The band was created by Geoff Stevens specifically for this song, and it wasn't until it got popular that he had to make an actual recurring band, and then the band broke up 2 years later. Quite the run. I definitely could put this lower, but the thing that boosts this for me is the fact that it won a Grammy for Best Rock and Roll Recording.
That he can't whistle like that.
Number 2,
Hater.
Blatant Racism. Mr. Custer by Larry Verne.
Mr. Custer, I don't want to go.
Ew, what is this?
A song about Custer's last stand where a soldier is begging General Custer to not go into battle. I cannot find a single reason why this was popular, and it's aged as poorly as you could think.
There's
Next.
a redskin waiting out there. He's fixing something to take my hair.
And finally, the strangest, most baffling song to hit number 1, the Harlem Shake. This song was spurred on by the trend. The trend was everywhere. This was back when things still went viral, and the internet still had a sense of joy and community. But even with that context, this song being number 1 makes no sense whatsoever. And like Macarena, everyone was doing the dance, except there was no dance. That was the point. You had to make a conscious effort to organize a flash mob of people just going bananas, hysterics, flapping about. Bonus points if you're wearing costumes. My 5th grade talent show.
Okay, all right, enough. I don't know what his thing is about. He doesn't like songs that have animals in them. He detests any song where people have to dance, and I think we saw why in the last video. And he doesn't understand how a non-English song could be liked by people in an English-speaking place. How could an international song hit in the good old US of A? You know what? We're going to wrap for tonight. So thank you for tuning in. We will see you on the next one. Love, Lame.